What is up, you guys? It's the Pal here, coming at you guys with a tech discussion. And today we're going to be looking over Ghostrick Jackfrost. So, I don't know, I just got back home from locals like a little while ago, and I was just thinking about the meta, and thinking about some cards, and this popped into my mind, and so I looked it up, and it's kind of hard to find rulings sometimes. But if you're good at research, you can actually find a lot. So let me just go over the stats of Jackfrost first. So he's a dark level 1 fiend type monster. He's 800 attack and 100 defense. He has 3 effects, but the first 2 are completely irrelevant. They only really matter in like Ghostrick deck, I guess. So his effect is very important for you guys to understand here, is when an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, semicolon, you can change that opponent's monster to face down defense position, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand in face down defense position. Now, why is this good? Because it says, and if you do, which means it's a simultaneous effect. That means the changing of the monster's defense position, the one that's attacking, and the special summoning of himself are actually happening at the same time. Now, why is that important? Well, this is what I said about research. So I looked up Ghosttrick Jackfrost versus Compulsory Evacuation Device. Most of you guys know what that card does. Pretty much everyone does. Now, I'm going to give you guys a really good example here. Let's say I have an open board and a Jackfrost in hand, and my opponent has a Gemini Elf and a Compulse set. And it's their turn, so they enter battle phase and they attempt to attack directly. So I'm going to chain Ghosttrick Jackfrost to turn the Gemini Elf face down. Now, my opponent is going to chain the Compulsory Evacuation Device to return the Gemini Elf to their hand. And what happens here is, the ruling on Jackfrost is, if I cannot change the monster face down, you cannot special summon Jackfrost. So, the Gemini Elf will return to the hand, and Jackfrost will remain in my hand. Now, if we go back to his effect, it's not once per turn. So essentially, you can activate as much Jackfrost effects, or the ones to turn the monster face down and special summon himself, for as many Jackfrosts as you have and for as many direct attacks as your opponent can make. And it doesn't target. So, why is this good? Because of Cosmos. Now, I want you guys to hear this out. You guys really got to listen. So, I'm going to give you guys an example. My opponent has a Farm Girl and a Dark Destroyer in hand, and I have a Ghosttrick Jackfrost. So my opponent, I have an open board, and it's my opponent's turn. So they're going to normal summon Farm Girl and enter battle phase and attempt to attack me directly. Kind of similar, right? Then I'm going to chain my Ghosttrick Jackfrost to turn the Farm Girl face down. And what's going to happen is they have to basically tag out, because if they don't tag for the ship, the pilot's going to go face down and it can't activate its effect, and it's just stuck there, which is not good, right? This is really not good for the Kozmo player. So they're kind of forced to tag out. And what that does is, it's the same thing as Compulse. I chain the Ghosttrick Jackfrost to the direct attack, and the Farm Girl chains its effect to tag out for a pilot, and then by the time the Dark Destroyer is summoned, I keep the Jackfrost in my hand and I can use it again. So if they choose to attack with Dark Destroyer, I can then proceed to turn the Dark Destroyer face down and leave it face down. And what's good about that is now you can target it with cards that can target face down cards. So Jackfrost can essentially just eat 2 attacks from a Kozmo player and then leave a Dark Destroyer or something face down, which is really good. It's a lot better than Battle Fader. Now, if they have Kozmo Town, it's basically a break-even card, because they're not minusing and you're not plussing, and you're not minusing and they're not plussing. They just banish the Farm Girl, some Dark Destroyer that can't do anything, and then they get the Farm Girl back. Now, if they don't have Kozmo Town, it's actually they're minusing, because they don't get the Farm Girl back. And at that point, they're probably gonna be worried to attack you, unless they have 2 ships or 2 pilots to get 2 ships on board, because they're not gonna be able to get through. So Ghostrick Jackfrost, in my opinion, is actually a very worthy card to actually side versus Cosmos. It actually interrupts a lot. I just explained it. It interrupts quite a bit. And one interesting thing to note for you guys is that it's a dark monster, and Allure just went to 2, or it's going to be at 2 very, very soon. So you could actually side Jack Frost and use Allure if you don't need it and just draw cards. But against Cosmos, when you're siding it, it literally can just stop them from killing you. Just like Battle Fader. Except the difference is this can leave their ships face down. So they might not even try to attack unless they have 2 ships. In which it's like having a Battle Fader that you don't even need to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Like, let me know what you guys think about Jack Frost. Let me know, because I think that he has, or he potentially has a place in this meta as a side deck option for Cosmos. And let me know your guys' opinion. And if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow, and I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content, guys. Thank you guys.